Hello, 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 hello. Listen, I'm just coming back because I got another conversation that I want to have in the den. A full conversation I want to have in the den. But how y'all doing today? How's everything going with you and your family? I hope it is well. I hope whatever part of the world you are in, that your weather is good. Because where I am, it's hot as... And I'm just preparing myself not to go to hell. How about that? You know what I'm saying? It is so hot. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. I've been catching bits and pieces of the news where, just different things have been going on weather-wise, some storms in certain areas and things of that nature. But anyway, again, I hope you all are doing well. Just want to come on real quick, talk about this conversation. This conversation today is about offense. Or being offended. It is a very personal one at this point right now. But I also remember years ago when God told me, do not become offended. I remember God even telling me, don't take it personal. It was some things I was going through at the time. And he was like, don't take it personal. And don't be offended. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I got that. Okay, I got that. But honey, right now, the offense is real. The offense is real, guys. I also know that there's a scripture that says that it's almost impossible, but offense will come. It's almost impossible that offense will not show up. It's gonna show up. It's gonna show up. I also came across a scripture today as well that was a reminder as to love is not easily offended. So I remember back in the day, or it ain't been that long ago, I remember a couple years back when God told me to not be offended and not take it personal. It seemed to be very easy to do. But as I was reflecting on it this past week and last week, it was because the walk of love that I had going on. I will say this, honey, don't take it personal. Don't be offended. I'm telling you, it ain't worth it. So I actually looked up the word offense, but I looked it up in Hebrew, right? It's a stumbling block. Simple. Offense is a stumbling block that comes to just throw us off course. It comes to throw us off our assignment. It comes to distract us. It's a scandal. How about that? How about that? Offense is a scandal. It's known as a trapstick. It's known as a snare. It's known to occasionally fall. Offense. And I'm blown away because at this moment, I found myself being offended. And the sad thing about it, the very sad thing about it, it is so not worth being offended about. But that's how I knew it was a plan, and it was a trap, it was a snare, it was a scandalous move from the enemy to try to get me thrown off course. Throw me off my assignment. In this season up ahead, there's some great things that are about to happen. If you remember a couple months ago, I sent out a video that said, be ready to be unchained. Guys, don't fall for the scandal. Do not let the enemy trick you into becoming offended by nothing and no one. Nothing and no one. This message is so short, what I want to have as far as this conversation in the den. Don't be offended by nothing and no one. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's a scandal move. It's a scandalous move by the enemy to throw you off your assignment. Now look, if you don't have no plans to really, follow out your plan of Christ or for Christ, this ain't for you. You keep doing what you do. You keep letting people tee you off, make you act a fool, cuss them out. This ain't for you. Don't worry about it. I'm talking about the ones who know they want to actually live out a purpose and a plan for God, and you don't want nothing to distract you. This for you. This for you. This is for the individual who do want to, I'm talking about you want to do the plan to God so right. You just like, okay, God, I'm going to spend time in the word. I'm going to walk out this life, this process, this purpose, this plan that you have for me. I'm going to let the dumb stuff be dumb stuff by itself. Go. And some happened. Some slight might have been said. Don't listen to it. It's okay. It's okay. Don't fall for the trick. Don't become offended. Do not. I encourage you today. Don't be offended by nothing anyone says or what someone does. Don't let it throw you off course. Don't let it throw you off your assignment. Don't let it throw you off your game. Stay focused. Stay focused. All right. I even remember years ago. Now, this was years ago. For real. We grew up with an individual, part of our family, and they were so, oh my God, they weren't pleasant to the company. They were not pleasant to the company at all. But they were a part of our family. And so I had prayed, when I realized that I can come into a secret place with God and began to pray about people and things or whatever. And I had prayed for this or about this individual, how they just used to rub me kind of the wrong way. Thought everything was good. Shoot, years passed. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have no worries, no bothers. Can be in their presence, not to be bothered. When I say no problem. For years. Can show up. We're in the same environment. Hey, how you doing? Oh, good. Hey, good to see you. Hope you're well. Then years passed. And again, now we have been kind of starting to see each other in the same environment, kind of, a little bit more frequently and things of that nature. And so an event was coming up and they were going, they were a part of the event and things of that nature. And so I started to feel this very, very, this hard feeling in I'm talking about, y'all, it was some stuff rising up in me. It was almost like anger. And I was like, where'd that come from, God? Like, I ain't felt that in a long time. I thought we were cool. I thought, we can, be in the same place and it don't, has no effect on me. I'm like, okay, God. And as time got closer and closer for the event to take place, it was like, it was just it was causing me some disturbance. I literally had to just pray before the Lord deeper because I wanted to know, Father, what is this? And what he revealed was this individual had anger, bitterness, and the spirit of witchcraft upon them. So because I feel where God had brought me from in order to come to, a lot of times I began wanting to pray for people in their deliverance. So I still don't fully know to this day, like, was it God wanted me to pray for them? Well, I do know God wanted me to pray for them at a particular time and I didn't do it. And then there came this time where we was gonna, be at this event. So I should have done what God commanded me to do before. It could have broken this feeling that I was having coming up too. So I'm gonna tie with how it's happening today. Someone, spirit has been constantly revealed to me. And it started getting to a place where it was becoming very irritating. Very, very irritating. Very, very irritating. But what I received understanding is step back in my position of love. Because even when correcting, I can correct in love. I can do that now. I can do that. And sometimes I will shut my mouth until it's time to correct in love. I'm talking about I will literally keep my mouth shut until it's time to correct in love. And the reason why I've had to do that was because I wanted to be slow to anger. Slow to speak so that I can eliminate some anger. That's just me. I mean, however you do you now, do you. But I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. Because again, I have a purpose. I have a plan. I have an assignment that I got to walk out. And I want to walk it out with as much as a pure heart as I possibly can. Daily, I ask God to cultivate my heart. Cultivate my heart. I'm talking about, oh God, purify my heart. Renew a right spirit within me. I'm talking about me. Because I'm going to walk out this plan. I'm going to walk out this purpose. I'm going to walk out this assignment that God has brought me in the earth to do. I encourage you, don't be offended by nothing and no one. That's all I came to say. That's the conversation I wanted to have in the den. Are you mad with somebody? Are you offended with somebody because of something that they said or something that they did to you? Are you able to talk to them about it? Are you able to say, hey, do you mind if I speak with you for a moment? Try it. I ain't telling, well, try not to be offended. If you're not able to go to an individual, because some people are not in a place to be able to receive what it is that you will communicate to them. And until that time comes, it's best to leave them alone, honey. Pray for them, you know, and let them be about their business as you be about your Father's business. I encourage you today, don't be offended with no one or about anything. It is so not worth it. Again, this message is for those who really want to walk out the plan and the purpose that God has for them. But now you guys who probably kind of passed by this video and, you know, tuned in your ear, but you know you don't want to do that, don't bother with this video. Share it with somebody who you know that's want to walk out the process of Christ. Purpose of Christ. Share it with them for me. Like it. You know what I'm saying? Share it. And I hope to see you guys again with another message. Like, right? All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. And, well, we'll see each other again. All right. Like this. Share this. Give me a thumbs up. All right. Don't be offended. Walk out the purpose and the plan that God has for you. And make sure you walk it out with love and peace. All right. You be blessed. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.